Here we go, guys. We're going to take a quick look at oil, specifically the West Texas Intermediate. And as you can see here, we're on the weekly chart because this is a very important chart here. And I wanted to kind of show you this little secret. And what we're looking for, quite frankly, is for a price to come down into the $66 range where we have the 200, that purple line, and then our blue dash line is hitting several low and high pivot zones. And we're expecting that to be two factors or more down here as we hit in order to go long, in order to get a pivot back up to the upside. And before you know it, spring's going to be here. You know how they play the oil game in the spring through the summer. Okay. So we're not going to be that worried or concerned about the pump price because we're going to be long oil with our micro futures oil. And we'll show you that chart here in a second. But here we go. We have a couple, well, three hits of this down trend line. Normally on the third hit, you will get continuation to the downside. Just like if we were trading on the top of it, normally the third hit, you'll get continuation back up to the upside. However, on the fourth to fifth hit, odds are you'll break through, come out. Let me show you that. It's kind of hard to see. Come over it, come back, retest, kind of return to scene of the crime, and then continue back up to the upside. All right. So what are we waiting for? Well, our price right now is under the 20. We are following price in the direction of the 20, the simple weekly moving average here. And we're under obviously the down trend line, resistance line, looking for more downside into that mid $60 range. Then we'll make a decision. Okay, let's look at the micro futures because this is actually the one we're going to be playing when all that happens. As you can see right now, we're short, looking for more downside, and we got short way up here on this candle at this point when we had this little sell-off candle, spinning top indecision doji, and then when we started coming down under the 20, that's when we went short. So we always get two or more factors. We want to be able to name it, identify it before we get into the position, either to the long side or short side. And that's what's great about the micro futures. You hit sell to get out of your position or to continue to short it, or hit buy in order to get into your position to move to the upside. Okay. But we have a course link below, shameless plug, 50% off if you want to learn how to do this. And then when oil starts going back up to the upside and everyone's crying at the pump, we're going to be crying at the bank for all the profits on oil that we're making, riding it up to the upside there. Okay. So that's what we're looking to do. And well, also, let me go back to here, kind of show you also why we're still in this short position. This was a significant move here that we teach in the course, and also our Patreon members know why that measure move. It's here, that green dash line. You'll see it on most all of my charts. That's how important it is. But, again, we're getting that, that topping tail on this candle, meaning price is being sold off. Just I'm talking, it's moving down a little bit. And then this big green, big red candle to the downside. We did pivot on that, but we didn't have confirmation of a reversal. That's why we didn't get suckered in to go long here, okay? Because we did get a pivot, a low, a higher low, and a lot of times people will jump in, but you need confirmation. Low, higher low, that W formation, low, higher low, and go, okay? But you need, secondary again, two things in order to give you that 80+%, odds, probability. It's still not 100%, but you try to get as much of that on your side as you can. Now, let me go to the DXY. This is a basket of currencies, obviously the dollars in there, and we're coming up to two significant areas that we've already actually surpassed. Okay, we're looking at that 105 number as we broke out up to the upside. We had that red dashed line going back to several high and low pivot areas and consolidation areas that we were expecting to be um, resistance, but actually, price is getting stronger and we're pushing, get, up and over our 20, which is right here, simple moving average, and over these two resistance areas, which includes the point 618 fib. Okay. So if we get up here, well, first of all, we need confirmation like we were talking about on the oil chart, okay? Meaning, we need this candle to close because we could put in a nice green breakout, power candle, but throughout the day, we still have 9 hours to go. And we could end up, with a sell off. I don't think it's very likely, but you never know. Okay. So everything's sold off, and you ended up putting in a very big topping tail like this one here. Okay. That's a better example of me trying to draw one. Okay. And then we'll reverse. So we'll see how this plays out. Now, you can even go to the hourly chart. As you can see, our hourly candle closed under that red dash line of resistance, potential resistance, and then the next one we've taken off. So it appears the Fed powers that be are supporting the dollar and just saying the heck with the market, U.S. markets, letting them pull back, and we will see. I think we have about 14 more minutes. We'll open the U.S. markets, and we'll see how that looks. Expecting more downside in metals, stocks, crypto, until we can work this dollar situation out. Okay, so that's what we're looking at very near term to see how we end up the day. Yeah, we're powerful right now, but again, we have over 9 hours to go, and we'll see if we pull back in here or if price continues on. Now, if it does, our next uh, area, target area, I'm looking at 100 different things here, will be 106. We'll go from 105 to 106, probably 106.41, right here where our 0.786 fib line is, that gray line in our 200. Now we are coming up into the 200 from an extended price range from way down here to up here. Okay, whenever you come up into the 200 from an extended price range, that will be significant resistance. And then if you flip it and you're coming down into it, it'll be significant support. But one thing that makes this like a brick wall for the dollar, should we get up there, is that it's almost flat. Everybody, it is pretty much flat, okay? And that makes it even, more of an issue, more of a concern for an asset. Doesn't matter if you're crypto, metals, any commodity stocks, that flat 200, and then you add the second factor into it, being a fib line that we have here, a high pivot, low pivot region. That even makes it even more stronger, for price once we get there. So, but we'll keep you updated. I mean, this is not going to happen overnight. We're still working on this candle right now, presently. Still have over 9 hours to see how this thing's going to play out. And then that'll make our decision to, get out of our short positions on gold, silver, and oil and maybe go long then if we get a big, pullback like we did here. Or we'll just keep with our short positions looking for more downside in gold, silver, oil, should the dollar continue to look good, okay, to the upside. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Give us a follow on Twitter and check out our Introduction to Micro Futures course to learn how to do all this stuff and trade them and other assets, 50% off. And we will see you on the chart.